Before I turn the mic over to Kat once more, I just wanted to say something on the note of having to make a choice that is not really a choice and should never really be a choice for communities. This plant is, instead of having to pay the full taxes, is actually paying a lesser amount of money that goes to the school district in Lansing. Which is, as you say, very typical of these corporations. They get tax breaks, and then there's some kind of finagling that allows them to seem as if they're actually supporting the community, when in fact they're poisoning the community, and they're destroying the community, and the jobs are not sustainable and long-term jobs anyway, even though they always love to talk about jobs. My mother actually teaches at in the Lansing Public School District, so I know how important it is for public education, which is always and historically consistently underfunded, to be funded. And specifically here, I know that need, and it enrages me, and I think it should enrage everyone, that we have to make the choice between our public education and especially resources for the students who need it the most, which are always the resources that are cut first from public education, and this toxic plant, which is poisoning those same students and those same communities. It's an unfair choice, it's a wrong choice, it's an immoral choice. So I just wanted to add that specifically with regard to this plant, just to bring up, yet another element of this entire sort of system and this entire infrastructure, and how these things seem to work, and how damaging they are for communities and the unfair kinds of choices we have to make. So with that, Kat will come and wrap things up, and then we have some songs for you.
Thanks so much, Nal. I just want to thank everybody again for being here on short notice. I know a lot of people might be looking for more information on the plan to convert this facility to fracked gas. You can find on the Finger Lakes Action Network's Facebook page, we have a full document that talks all about what's being emitted from the coal plant now, what the plan is, and what that means for these communities and our communities. That means more pipelines and more fracking infrastructure. You can find a whole host of resources there, so you can take what you've seen today, pictures of this coal plant and information that we have online, and share that with your friends and families and neighbors, and let them know that this is going on. So we're here to call for the permanent retirement of this facility. The permanent retirement, no coal, no frack. We're calling for alternative solutions for energy for our communities, and a just transition for the people of Lansing. And this region has had not only a long history of violent colonization, but we've also had a history of resistance.
Yeah.
And we've seen a lot of resistance come up from these grassroots movements around here. We just had Michael Deneen speak to us, who was arrested at the energy facility. We've had a number of actions that have happened there. Yesterday on Seneca Lake, again at the energy facility, Jeremy Alderson from the No Frack Almanac chained himself to the gates of that facility and acted as his conscience led him to help protect our water and the safety and health of our environment and communities. So although we are not using civil disobedience today, if the industry continues to threaten us, threaten the lake, threaten our way of life, we will come forward and act as our conscience compels us to do so in forms of civil disobedience and other direct forms of action. So thank you again all so much for being here. Again, you can find more information online, Finger Lakes Action Network. We have a multiple page document that will give you everything you need to know. Just spread the word about this. And I'd like to now hand over the focus to Edith, and who else is singing for us today? And John. Yeah, come on up.